What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of My Ultimate Team. This is episode number 52, and we start today's episode off by buying a new player for our Inform Moreno side. We bring on Gary Cahill, we sign him from the market, and we also go ahead and pick up a Petr Cech as well, because as many of you have pointed out, as you guys would know, I'm not a fan of Hugo Lloris. I think he's a very bad goalkeeper, and I've always wanted to get Petr Cech back in the side, but I was pretty sure you couldn't have Cech in the side on 9 chemistry, but apparently you can. Apparently if you sign Petr Cech and any other Chelsea defender, that will equal 9 chemistry. As we sign Cech and Cahill, you'll see we put them into the side, and they both get 9 chemistry. So thank you for everyone that told me that. I didn't realise. I thought you had to have a goalkeeper that had a perfect link for the centre-back. So obviously Lloris and Cabal are both French and both play for Spurs, and therefore it's a perfect link, and that's why they get 9 chem. I thought it would have to be the same. I thought you'd have to have, for example, Cech and a Czech Republic Chelsea centre-back for 9 chemistry each. But apparently you can just have the club. That's great. I didn't realise that. So thank you for everyone that told me that. It's embarrassing that I didn't know it, but thank you for everyone that told me, because now we have Petr Cech, and I just can't stand Lloris, so that's very good news for us. We get ourselves into a game here in Division 3 against this side here, and I've also slowed down the team so we can finally actually get a better look at them before we take them on, because of course it's so hard for you to see the team we face because it goes by so quickly. But we faced this side for the first game, and it was a 4-1-2-1-2 side. Marchetti, Constant, Ogbonna, Benatia, Quadrado playing right back, interestingly enough, De Rossi, Asamoah, Kershi, Honda, and a strike partnership of Balotelli and Fernando Llorente. So very, very decent Serie A side there, but interesting to see Quadrado playing right back there. Not really sure how he fits there, but even so, the first chance of the game would actually come to us here in the 11th minute, and it's Elia's shot, brilliantly saved by the goalkeeper. So frustrating, because that for sure felt like I was going to score as the keeper was on the floor, but I just couldn't be put in the back of the net, and it was still 0-0. But in the 27th minute, my opponent goes down the left hand side with Asamoah. He swings in across towards the head of Mario Balotelli, and it clips the underside of the bar and finds the back of the net. He's such a powerful striker, isn't he? So my opponent takes an early lead in the 28th minute here, and it's 1-0 to him. In the 45th minute, though, a great chance for us to get ourselves back on level terms. It's Cabaye who puts this throw in into Renteria, flicks the ball over the head of Benatia, really nice, goes for the half volley, but unfortunately Marchetti makes the save. So still 1-0, and in the 50th minute here, my opponent has a corner, he crosses it in, and Llorente wins the header, puts it past the goalkeeper, and makes it 2-0. So very, very disappointing there to see us go 2 goals behind from two headers, but unfortunately it was 2-0. In the 52nd minute, though, a great chance for us to hit back. My opponent just gives the ball away so softly, and I don't know what I was doing with Moreno there. Took it way too far before taking a shot, and eventually Marchetti had quite a simple save on the 1-on-1. And from the corner, it was headed away only as far as Johan Cabaye strikes from a mile out, takes aim, but unfortunately the ball goes wide of the post. So we had quite a few chances in this game, but I just couldn't seem to hit the back of the net, and it was still 2-0. And in the 71st minute, another great chance. So Elia rolled the ball through to Schmitz down the left-hand side. He stops the ball here, reverse step over his round with his man, crosses the ball in towards Renteria. His header hits the post, and Moreno can't force it in. So we did have quite a few chances in this game, and I should have taken them really, but I just couldn't seem to find the back of the net. And from this corner, Elia's cross finds Gary Cahill, but his header is cleared off the line. So 2-0 is the final score, and I was very frustrated there because the match stats seemed to lie. They really did. I thought I had a lot more shots than what was shown on the match stats, but the match stats are also quite inconsistent on this game. But I thought I had a lot more shots really. I did have quite a few chances anyway, but I just couldn't seem to find the back of the net. Unfortunately, that is why we lost by 2 goals. And it was a very balanced game anyway, but I thought I had more shots than 11 shots. But even so, we still should have got a point, and we didn't. So unfortunately, we do lose, and it is still 2-0. And as things stand, we may be getting relegated from this division. But straight after that, we get ourselves into another game here. And we come against this side. It's another 4-1-2-1-2 side here. Very decent, 100 chemistry. The goalkeeper is Neuer. Back 4 of Alaba, Hummels, Boateng and Piszczek. Informed Thiago playing holding midfield, and informed Muller at right mid. Royce on the left wing. Götze is the playmaker, and of course a strike partnership of Lewandowski and interestingly Robben up front. So very interesting, but a great Bundesliga side regardless. And I was feeling very pessimistic, but the first chance will come in the 21st minute. Bernardo doing some skill before finding Inform Moreno. Lovely passing, sees Renteria find Elia. Chips the ball over the top, there's Inform Moreno, strikes it first time on a half volley, but puts it wide. So that was some nice passing, but it wasn't finished, and it was still 0-0. But in the 49th minute, another good chance for us when Terry gets past his man and strikes it from range, but it just goes wide of the post. So it just seemed like it was going to be one of those games where we just wouldn't be able to find the back of the net. But in the 89th minute, Elia picks the ball up here and rolls it through to Renteria. Renteria finds Inform Moreno. It's a nice little Berber spin to get around his man. He spots the run of Renteria, plays him through, and it is a superb volley by Renteria in stoppage time. What a superb volley. And a few people have asked me whether Interior is a bit of a letdown on this game, where he's a bit of a weak link. Of course, a silver striker playing in divisions where primarily come against all gold sides and of course gold goalkeepers. But believe me, I think Interior is one of the best strikers I've used on this game. He's absolutely superb. He's really powerful. He's very strong in the air, very clinical, very decent, and that is a great volley by Interior. It's a clutch volley as well in stoppage time. A lot of pressure on the game. You know, as things still, we were on course for relegation, but it's a superb finish by Renteria, and we get bailed out in stoppage time. And as I said, Renteria, you know, if you are building a squad that is, you know, maybe has a Colombian feel, or maybe you just do want a perfect link for someone with Inform Moreno, definitely check out Renteria and definitely give him a go, because he's a very decent player. I think he's very decent, and that was a lovely volley there to showcase his talent. But after that, we saw that the side was getting a little bit unfit, so we decided to switch to our skill side for a game, as we put Cech and Cahill back on the bench. And we get ourselves into another game here after giving Richarlison a contract as well. And eventually, it takes quite a while to find opponents for some reason nowadays, but eventually we're coming against this side here, sporting the Liverpool home kit and badge. It's a 83 rated BPL side, Cech in goal, back for Clichy, Vertonghen, Company and Walker. Schürrle on the left, Jesus Navas on the right, Yaya Toure and Inform Kabay in the middle, and a strike partnership of Remy and Torres. So very decent side. The first chance will come to us in the 9th minute though. A great free ball found Jadson running clear. He got taken down by the goalkeeper Cech, and I was so surprised the referee didn't give a penalty there, but he didn't, and it was still 0-0. And in the 14th minute, Bernard gets on the ball for us here, fake shots around his man, then stops the ball before playing a great free ball to Ronaldinho, but his shot is brilliantly saved, and it is still 0-0 here in 15 minutes. The ball is eventually cleared away, only as far as Bernardi finds Carlos Eduardo. Nice little flick up over his head, shoots, it's deflected, and goes out for a corner. So very unlucky we couldn't score there. Would have been a lovely goal by Carlos Eduardo, but it was still 0-0. But in this game, I had a lot of early chances, and I was just very frustrated we hadn't scored, and I think we probably should have had a penalty as well. But from the corner, it's Ronaldinho crossing the ball in. It's headed away by Vincent Kompany, only as far as Alex, who strikes it, but unfortunately his shot goes wide. So still 0-0 as things stand here. In the 24th minute, we had a free kick. I tried to do something different, swung the ball from left to right with Ronaldinho seeking out Lucas Leiva. He picks the ball up and plays it back to Dante, who gives it straight back to the Liverpool midfielder. He rolls the ball through to Mario Fernandes, who swings in a cross eventually after he gets past Kabay, and he almost sneaks in, hits the sort of the crosshairs between the bar and the post. It's cleared away. Carlos Eduardo takes a touch, and it is a superb half volley by Carlos Eduardo. What a strike. Renteria's volley in the last game was really nice, but that was just as good. The ball just drops to him on the edge of the area, takes one touch and just rifles it in on the half volley into the top corner, and there is nothing that Petr Cech can do about it. He's one of the most overpowered goalkeepers on the game, but he was never going to stop that, and the replay looked really nice as well from behind. As you can see, wonderful poke technique there and into the top corner, nothing that Cech could do, and it is 1-0. In the 39th minute, Ronaldinho said to Carlos Eduardo, anything you can do, I can do better. He picks the ball up from Dante's challenge, lets fly from range, and scores an absolute wonder goal. So two superb goals in this game already, one for Carlos Eduardo, one from Ronaldinho, and that was a really nice strike. I couldn't decide which one I prefer more, because Carlos Eduardo's technique was really nice, but the sheer audacity from Ronaldinho to strike it from that range was really nice as well, and I was just very pleased about, again, both goals are sort of hit perfectly, you know, right into the top corner, nothing that Cech could do about either of them. And they look so nice on the next gen replays, don't they? Lovely outside of his boot volley. Lovely outside of the boot strike there into the top corner. No chance to check. And it is 2-0 to us here. So as things stood, we were going to be getting ourselves a win here and getting back-to-back 3 points. In the 55th minute, though, a good chance for my opponent here is Jesus Navas. Swings the ball in towards Johan Kabay. It's a lovely first-time volley by Inform Kabay, but it's a good stop by Cini to keep the score at 2-0. However, from the corner, it is Kabay who crosses the ball in towards the head of Jan Vertonghen. And it was actually Loic Remy who scored the header. So good finish by Remy. He's very good in the air, Remy. He's one of my favourite BPL strikers I've used on this game, because he's so good in the air, and of course he's rapid, and he's very clinical as well, so he's the complete package really. Remy makes it 2-1, and my opponent gets himself back in the game with just over half an hour to go. But in the 67th minute, we pick the ball up with Ronaldinho, try and strike it from range again after a nice piece of skill, but this time Cech does make the save to keep the score at 2-1. We were threatening, we were looking for that third goal to seal the win. And as Ronaldinho goes over to take this corner, he crosses it towards the head of Dante. It's headed away only as far as Richarlison, who strikes it from range, but again it's another great save from Cech. So most of my shots in this game were limited from range, but I was playing very well and I was still deservedly in the lead. But in the 83rd minute, Jadson finds Carlos Eduardo. Bernard gets on the ball, plays it through to Alex. Lovely little ball inside, but Alex's volley doesn't have enough dip on it and it goes over the bar. So 2-1 was the final score. We did get the 3 points, which is the most important thing, and scoring 2 lovely goals of Carlos Eduardo and Ronaldinho were both very, very nice indeed. So glad to get the win there, and good to get another 3 points, and that does mean that we have survived relegation, which means that no matter what happens, we will be staying in Division 3, and if we win our remaining games, we will actually get promoted as well, which would be very nice. But the main point was that we stayed in Division 3, and that is very important. But after that, we gave Felipe Santana a healing card, and we also picked up we also saw that Lloris and Cabal have been sold. So as always, guys, a big thank you for watching today's video. I really have enjoyed it. If you have enjoyed the video, please leave likes, that's much appreciated, and it really, really does help my channel out. And I will see you for the next episode of my Ultimate Team. I think it's tomorrow night, I think it is, and or maybe Thursday night. We'll have to wait and see. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you very soon.